Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen of the interwebs. This is knotwork, and we are back on the monster server. So, I've done a little bit of work, done a couple of things since the last time, one of which was to record a video without actually recording. So, I apologize for that. That will teach me to assume that my keyboard does not have the F key lock enabled. Apparently, once in a while, it likes to just turn on the locking mechanism to keep you from pressing the F keys. So, yeah, stuff happened. I talked about it. Nobody will ever know. But, to show you what has happened, one, Quarry is done with for now. I've got my setup sitting by, ready to go. It's Quarry in a box. And if any of the other guys on the server want to borrow it, it's right here. Just feel free to grab. The Ender chest, you might want to get your own, because that's mine. It's linked to mine. And I'm sure you don't want to give me all your stuff. I mean, I'll take it. That's fine. But you don't have to. So I've been processing what I got and stacking it away. Still trying to get the automated sorting system to work a little bit nicer. But for now, it'll do. Got most of everything I want kind of neatly squirreled away. Got tons of this abyssal stone. But I plan on trying out the blood magic mod. So I figured that might make a cool necromancer tower. So, and I found a zombie spawner just across the water there. And all the blood magic stuff is fueled by sacrificing mobs. So I figure I can get a nice little auto zombie killer going and get some pretty nice magical power from that. Speaking of power, I've got this setup's a little bit different. I got some lasers. That was a large part of what I did not record. Makes me sad every time I look at it. But anyway, so those are set up. So I also upgraded my boiler system. I now have a low pressure and a high pressure. So way more steam power than I need. Now if you notice, nothing is getting any steam. The reason for that is because Nord is an idiot. I've got my tree farm. I upgraded my tree farm. I made it bigger. Basically, the episode that got lost was all about upgrades. It's, bringing us into the next level. And part of that was getting my little carts up and going. So I've got two of them, just trying to get myself stocked back up on coal. I mean, you can see it's a pretty massive tree farm. Upgraded, I've got a solar coal hybrid with the reinforced metal, and my favorite little feature, little seat, so I can kind of ride it around while it does stuff. So that's fun. But yeah, hop out of here. Let him do his thing. So I set both carts on the track. Made sure that one was all repaired with the reinforced metal. This guy was all repaired with diamonds. They were both stocked with power. It said, go! Well, this one, you see how this is output location all? Well, it wasn't set to that. It was set to output location side chest. So when it ran out of the coal that I gave it, the charcoal, which was probably about 45 minutes after I left the house today, it just stopped moving. And then this guy got stuck behind it, And he kept clearing a little area. So he was just chock full of stuff sitting here, trying to push his special needs brother down the little track here, and he wasn't going anywhere. So I ran out of charcoal, which means I ran out of steam, which means all of my power is kind of just sitting waiting. So that's a pain. So I'm just going to let them run, do their thing. The real pain is part of what I was using the power for was in a magma crucible to be able to continue making lava for myself out of cobblestone. So I didn't have to keep going downstairs and grabbing it and burning to death like I had been. So this is about all the lava that I got left. And I do not have the power right now to keep making more. So until that gets resupplied, you're looking at what I've got to work with. So that's annoying. That's kind of the premise behind this Let's Play. I do something stupid, forget about something vital but small, and in the process, I get to teach you guys what not to do. Now, this here is a new add-on that I am doing. Remember how I said I wanted to do the blood magic? Well, that's a division of Thaumcraft. So I will be doing Thaumcraft in here. This is my wizard's tower. Don't worry, I'm not going to make you sit through all of the research on how to grow things in the Thaumonomicon. Do most of that off camera because that thing is so boring, I don't even want to do it. And I'm sure you don't want to watch me do it. So, gotta replace that little bit of wood there. Forgot about that. Move you here. There we go. So, I'm going to get started on what I need for that. And I'm just going to let my little tree farm run. So, hopefully, in the next hour or so, I will be stocked back up on charcoal. Not really betting on that too hard, but we'll see. We will see. Are they going? They're going this opposite directions, aren't they? They're about to run headfirst into each other. I hate you both. You. No, you. Go that way. Go that. Alright. Come on. Come on. Really? You go other way. Go. Maybe I can move this one around. You go the other way. I've gotten them to do it before. I should just break this one, shouldn't I? Yeah. Alright, I'm gonna figure this out and get everything I need together. I'm thinking today we're not doing the Thaumonomicon stuff. Mostly because I haven't looked into the updates to it since the last time. So I'm not exactly sure. I know they've changed quite a bit. But rather than fumble through it with you guys, I'll do some research and figure out what exactly I need to have. And we'll go from there with it. But for now, I'm going to get everything together. I figure as long as we've got the boilers turned off and everything kind of powered down for a bit, I'm going to update this layout because I'm using the leadstone, which is okay, but I think it only transmits 80 RF a tick, which these lasers use so much more than that, it's unbelievable. So we're going to be doing a little bit of upgrades around here. And, ooh, make my berries. Make the berries. But yeah, we're going to be doing a little bit of upgrades, and we'll. Alright. That's got to be some server lag. Wow. The magical floating bean just jumps back and forth. Anyway, yeah, I'm going to get my ducks in a row, and I'll be back in a bit. Okay, guys, I think I got this place cleaned up a little bit. I had to drain all the lava out of the magma crucible, and I will show you why in a bit. So today, let's upgrade our wiring. So I want to make some redstone conduits, as well as the redstone energy cell, which makes me have to make frames and fill them with stuff. So first and foremost, you need electrum and hardened glass. Hardened glass is obsidian dust and lead in a induction smelter, and then electrum is just pulverized gold and pulverized silver. You can make a blend, or you can just throw the ingots in an induction smelter and have at it from there. But I don't have the power over here to be able to do that with. So we're going to use the blend. It's a little bit slower, but I can pull out some overclockers, slap them up in here, and now we should really see it start moving. Yeah. So that's going to make some of that. Let's just pull out all the overclockers. Now, overclockers use more power, but they greatly increase the speed. And you can stack these pretty much, what is it? I think it's like 4 or 5 to a slot. So you can get this thing just flying, but it's going to use a ton of power. So until you've got the supplies, be careful with them, because you'll eat through everything you got and then some. So we're dealing with a little bit of lag, but nothing we can't work with. So what's going on? Okay, so we're at 8. That's enough to get started at least. So the conduits are really simple. They're just like the leadstone, but you use the hardened glass in the center, electrum on either side, and each one gives you 6. So that gives us 24 so far. Now, unlike the leadstone, you actually have to... Oh, I need more than one. Don't shift click. There we go. You actually have to fill them after the fact. So hopefully I have enough juice to be able to do this. If not, you're going to see a very sad... Oh yeah, it's moving fairly quick, but look at the power drain. Ugh. 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 I don't know. You know what? I think I've got... Do I have some magma back upstairs that I can steal before that goes completely out of control? Yeah. Some. Not a lot, but some. You'll stay there. Yeah, not setting up that tree farm the way it should have been has definitely slowed me down some. Keep that in mind. But I've still got some magma dynamos, so I can at least keep my power levels going a little bit. Let's see, and this thing is blue is the input. So we want the back, which would be, what, this side? This side. I always forget with these things. Yeah. And then on top of that, we can slap down a portable tank. And smack it once. Okay. So that should at least hold steady. Oh, right on top of the elevator. So let's see how we're doing over here now. Barely. Why aren't you moving? What did I break? Yes? Nope. Both of those are orange. It's just eating it faster than it's making it. Yeah, I think that's what's happening. Hopefully. Okay, so we've got some destabilized redstone. So this stuff, you just throw that in there, and it fills the tube. Doesn't take a ton. It's about a tenth of a millibucket, or a tenth of a bucket, 100 millibuckets. But it gives us these energy conduits. So those are good to have. Now, let's see, we should have some more electrum. I really gotta put some doors and stuff around here. So, now the leadstone energy cells can hold a max of, what are they? 400,000. So, it seems like a lot, but it's really not. You can go through it pretty quick. So these guys are made like so. Once again, it's shaped crafting, so you build it like it should look. Let's actually make 2 of them, or 3. Why not? We've got the materials. And once I get the boilers going up full steam, they'll fill these guys up pretty quick. So now we've got these. These are the frames. Frames are just like the empty tubes for these guys, so you need to fill them. So we'll put in there. So the full ones will hold quite a bit more power. Yeah, it doesn't let me click on it when it's like that. But I think these are in the millions versus the 100,000 increments. So that'll be good to have as a backup. Because you could see, even with the tree farm not being operational, I was still able to get enough power to at least get this started. But I am running low now. See, to me that doesn't even look like it's outputting. Does this need... Can it not connect directly? Do I need a... Let's see. Yep. Back up. So what happens if I put... I guess I didn't really need to do that. I've got the redstone now, so let's put that back before I break my base more than I already have. Let's just feed that directly. Yeah, we're going back up now. And then this, we can just slap that on top, try and get some charge back in it. What bottom to be in? So I should be able to recharge this a little bit. Yep. So that's the problem. Okay, so these dynamos, keep in mind, you can't just stick them right onto an energy cell. It actually has to be connected with some kind of wiring. Fun. So I'm going to continue filling these up, and I'll be back in a little bit. Okay guys, so one final thing we need to do to get this ready to start absorbing power. I've got one of them ready, 9 more frames standing by. So eventually I want to be able to hold a ton of power. So it's 10 million is what it'll hold. 10 million RF. And it can send and receive. Where are you going to Steam Dynamo? Stop that. Where'd it go? That was weird. Okay. It can send and receive up to 2000 RF per tick. So quite a bit better than the 80 that the leadstone can do. But the final step that we need to do to get ready for this is we need to actually turn it into a machine. Because right now, it's just a block. You can't even place it down. Like, if I go to it, see I'm clicking, can't do anything. So we need to get this powered. So, like just about everything, we'll need 10 altogether. Just about everything with the red power uses these different reception coils. Most of the machines use gold or silver. Anything that's power related uses the electrum. So remember, when you're making up your blend, make sure you have enough for that as well. So we've got our conductive coils, and then on either side you get lead. I guess for grounding would be the reason, but then what is it? It's a little like that. That seems like it might be too much. Yeah, what is it again? Why do you keep flipping back and forth? You're down there, you're up there. Okay, so it's too many. So now we have an actual cell. So we can run this over and jump down here and plop it down. And now it needs to be configured right. So we're doing the bottom, so it should be blue. We should see this. Yep, there it goes. Starts charging up. So eventually I want to have a whole bank of these down here so that I've got plenty of energy on reserve. For now, just doing the bare minimum to get us set back up. My low pressure boiler is back running again, fitfully at best. But I've got that just running off of the wood that comes through. So any charcoal still being collected. I want to wait until I have a full barrel before I try and kick that back on. But for now, I've got a little bit of power coming through, and that's what I'm going to have to mess around with to try and get this all set up. So I will be doing that for quite some time. One last thing I wanted to show you, my experience berries, what I've got them doing is down here, and this was the whole reason for building the lasers, I needed an autarkic gate. So I've got it set to the point where once the inventory in the barrel above it gets full, it will pulse. I don't need a steady stream. This is just something that it'll kind of trickle in. But once that's full, this will pulse, which will pull one berry out and send it through the pipe. And then they're coming in pretty quick. I've got about 7 or 8 bushes up there. So it's every 2 to 3 minutes I think I get a berry in. But this will pulse. It'll send it down here and over to this little setup. This is an autonomous activator set to go in a round robin system, so that no matter where it gets stuck in, it will use it. So it'll bounce through into here, and then the activator clicks it as if you are eating the berry, which will spill out the XP. The XP drops down here into, oh, there's all kinds of stuff in here. Okay, here, let me shove some of these in so you can see what it does. So see, it pulses through, and I told the hopper, oh, not what I meant to do. God, this lag. So the hopper is set up so that it draws XP. That's annoying. Sorry about that. Can I get rid of? No. Why is that hanging over top? Let me see if I can get rid of NEI real quick. NEI options, key banding. Whatever. I'll just explain real quick. So you set it up so that the hopper knows it's drawing in experience. So it'll still draw any items that you throw in. It just kind of sucks them up, but it won't do anything with them. Now I can set this so that I can have XP come out one side and items come out the other. So if you put it in a mob grinder, it'll just kind of take all of the XP, funnel it up into a tank, and all the items can go into a sorting system. So it's pretty handy, and it's not that hard to make. It's a vacuum. That's not how you spell vacuum. Ow. It's the hopper. Sorry about that. Drop my mouse. It's a vacuum hopper, this little guy. So, it's another thing for open blocks. It's an ender pearl, a regular hopper, and a piece of obsidian. Makes that handy little guy. And then, just up into a normal iron tank. The iron tank is all connected up here to a open blocks tank, which is connected to the auto enchant table up above. So basically, I don't have to stand there and eat the berries and then funnel my experience into it. It kind of just does it for me. So this isn't something I'm going to need a ton of XP, but gives you a little bit. So I never really have to worry about running out. But that's enough for me today. I've got a lot of work to do getting myself back up and running. So we've got a pretty nasty little storm coming in. So I should have plenty of time tomorrow to get all this figured out. And I'm thinking maybe next episode we can get started on our Thaumcraft stuff. I'm going to get the interior of the tower built, and then we can get started with making our first wand. So until then, I'm knotwork, derping my way through Monster Feed the Beast, hating my tree farm. I'll see you guys next time.